What's up, YouTube world? Instant Classic 8 here. Now, I know next time y'all saw me, y'all thought y'all gonna see a video regarding Christian Cage, because he is now shown up in WWE, but that's for another time. Also, the whole thing with the internet, the TNA shit, Bill and Doug, by the way, it's the first time I mentioned their name in my video. That will be for another video as well. I'll probably do a complete video just on that matter. But that's not what it's for. Ladies and gentlemen, I am excited because it is my favorite weekend of the year. All-Star Weekend, NBA All-Star Weekend, the best time of the year. I'm telling you, it's the best. No Way Out is this weekend. I could care less. I'm not watching it because I got an All-Star game to watch. So, you know, last year I gave my pre-season predictions on NBA, and I was gonna do it this year, but you know, obviously I wasn't on YouTube when the season started, so I couldn't do that. But now I'm here. I'm gonna give you my mid-season report and also my thoughts on the All-Star game. As far as the mid-season report, this year in basketball, NBA has been great. I don't see a lot of people, you know, disagreeing with me as far as, you know, this year. There's been wild finishes. There's been teams that, you know, you wouldn't think is that, you know, near the top that is there. Obviously, everyone knows I'm a Laker fan, and I think we're number one in the league. Yes, we are number one in the league. That's what it is. Not so much competition in the West, I want to add, but the East has come back strong this year. Really, really strong. The top teams, Boston, Cleveland, and Orlando, they've just been running through people. Obviously, Boston, they were the champs last year. You know, I saw them going back to the NBA Finals this year. But, I mean, they do well, but the thing is, they'll go on good streaks, and then they'll lose, and then they'll go on, like, 8-game losing streaks, and they'll get back on. They're an on-and-off team. They can't stay consistent. I mean, it is consistent, but, you know, when they're consistent, it's just a long drought. So if they win a lot, they're going to win. They lose, just like that. Cleveland's been excellent. I hope Cleveland gets to the finals. I would love to see LeBron in the finals again. Like I said, they're doing a really, really good job. They have been damn near perfect at home, but obviously that was stopped by Lakers this past Sunday. Orlando's good. They're really good. Dwight Howard, he is a beast. Jameer Nelson, he's injured now, but you know, he'll come back full force and they'll be doing good. Atlanta's surprise is up there. Miami, I thought Miami was going to be a shake-up team. You know, D-Wade, and I didn't think D-Wade and Sean Marion would be able to do it. They got a big win tonight. If you haven't seen the replay, you know, check out the end of that game they just had against Chicago. It was a great game. Philadelphia's up there. You know, they got Elton Brand. Detroit is a little lower than I thought they would be, considering they really haven't, you know, shaken up their team. Now they got Allen Iverson. You would think they would be up there, but no. New Jersey's creeping up. New York, you know, they're not there, but they're getting better because Mike D'Antoni, he's a great coach. And Indiana is really bad this year, but they somehow pull it out against the great team. So I don't know. I think we got to play them again. There's no telling. On the West, like I said, LA is dominating. We just lost Andrew Bynum, I think, for, you know, a good chunk of the remainder of the season. So I hope he just gets, you know, healed up 100%, ready for the playoffs, because we're going to need him. San Antonio is there. San Antonio, their team is getting old. I've been telling people this. You know, Tony Parker's still good. Ginobili, he's still, you know, Ginobili's starting to face the injury thing, but they got a really old team. There's no telling how deep they can go in the playoffs. But I can't count them out because they're San Antonio and they can always be there. You know, the odd years for the finals is their year, so there's no telling they may win again, because they won in, what, 2007, they won in 2005, they won in 2003, and like I said, there's no telling. Denver's up there. I'm not a big Carmelo Anthony fan, but I give him props. The same thing goes with Chauncey Billups. I'm not a big fan, but I give them their props. Portland is the surprise, you know. Even though Greg Oden still faces an injury and everything, Brandon Roy, they got a really, really good young team up there. Dallas, they're always in the hunt. You know, Jason Kidd. There's been talks about Vince Carter going there, which would be, if they get Vince Carter, I don't care. You know, Vince Carter isn't that big of a superstar anymore, but Vince Carter is Vince Carter, so if they got him, man, that'd be wonders. Houston will be at the top if they just can stay healthy. Yao, T-Mac, Shane Battier, Skip Austin, they got a really good team. New Orleans is a surprise. I thought they would be near the top. I thought they would be our biggest foes this year, but they're down at the bottom. But Chris Paul, definite MVP candidate. If he can get them up in the higher in the standings, yeah, definitely. And then teams like Phoenix, they got Shaq. If they can get up, Shaq is an MVP candidate because Shaq's been doing really, really good this year. I wish he could have been a starter for the All-Star game. I'll talk about that in a second. But, China, they do the Allen thing. But, like I said, it's been a great first half. The second half should be, even better. And, like I said, the playoffs is just going to be bananas. So, I just hope my Lakers, they're doing well. Kobe, he's distributing the ball. He's becoming more of a team player, even though I think, he dropped 61 at the Garden. Man, that's ridiculous. And then LeBron comes back and does 52. Wow, that's amazing right there. But like I said, All-Star Weekend. We got, what do we have tomorrow? We have the Rookie Challenge, the Celebrity Game tomorrow. Saturday we have the Skills Comp. We have Shooting Stars. We have Dunk Contest, 3-point Shootout. And then Sunday is the All-Star Game. It's just, like I said, it's just the best. I sit in front of the TV and I don't move. I just enjoy myself. As far as the All-Star Game, a couple of snubs, but not too much. Your starting five for the East: Allen Iverson, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Kevin Garnett, and Dwight Howard. I really have no problem with that, even though I would have much rather seen Jameer Nelson get picked for starter than Allen Iverson did, but it's not a biggie. Plus, Jameer Nelson's injured, so he's not going to play. They got Paul Pierce coming off the bench, Ray Allen, Joe Johnson, which are all great picks. Chris Bosh would have came, but he's injured. Mo Williams, Devin Harris, Rashard Lewis. Really, really good team this year for the East. The West, you have Kobe Bryant, Chris Paul, Tim Duncan, Amari Stoudemire, and Yao Ming. Tim is Tim. I'm not going to say anything bad about Tim. Amari's been crying about getting time, and he's about to get traded. There's no telling. You got Dirk coming off the bench. You got Shaq. Like I said, I think Shaq should start this year, but China, they just always going to vote Yao in until he retires. Brandon Roy, Chauncey Billups, Paul Gasol. That's a surprise. Paul has been doing really good, but I didn't expect him to, make an All-Star team. David West and Tony Parker. Even though Kobe's on the team, it just, I don't know. It looks like the East has the advantage. Even though Phil's coaching the West, still just by looking at it, looks like the East has the chance to take it this year. There's no telling, but you'll see a lot of points scored in this game. Most definitely. As far as the skills comp, before I run out of time, skills comp, 3-point shootout, you got Mike Bibby, Jason Capono, Rashard Lewis, really, really good players, but I think Roger Mason from Virginia, I think he'll take it this year because he's been doing crazy things this year as far as, not 3-point shootout, but 3-pointers go, when he beat the Spurs on Christmas, and I think he beat the Lakers like a couple weeks after that. Just doing a really good job. The slam dunk contest, you have Dwight Howard, Rudy Fernandez, Nate Robinson, and J.R. Smith. I thought they were going to have Chris Anderson in there, but I guess not. My whole thing is it's going to be a good contest, but I just hope they don't pick Nate Robinson just because he's short, because the guy messed up so bad last time. I hope Dwight gets his props. Dwight, he should have been there last year, but there's no telling. Anyway, like I said, my favorite weekend, and I can't wait. It's about to start in a couple hours, so I'll see you guys till then. Instant Classic 8.